Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome back to the Faithful Path, where every Saturday I break down the connection between our daily lives and the beautiful religion of Islam, how they both have an impact on each other, and discuss the issues we all have practicing our religion nowadays. So, without further ado, the podcast starts now.
سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. I don't know if you guys remember, but on episode 8, I did a quick interview with a guest talking about time management. And today, I want to talk about freeing your time. It's a little bit similar to time management, but I really want to focus on freeing your time because because nowadays we're so busy with work, with school, etc. And on our days off, we just want to relax, we just want to hang out with our friends. But we never take a moment to focus on ourselves. And today I want to talk about that. I want to talk about freeing some time just for yourself, just to work on yourself, either physically, either mentally, either spiritually. So, what I'm going to do today is talk about three different personas. Each persona has a different situation in their life. And at the end of this video, I want you guys to relate yourself to one of these personas and maybe change your daily routine or your weekly routines. So let's start with the first persona. So example 1, we have a student who's between 18 and 22 years old, living with his family, has a part-time job and full-time school. And let's say that his part-time job, he only works 3 shifts a week. Let's say, for example 1, his name is Kevin. So let's start with Monday. Monday, we know that he has full-time school. And let's say he's a regular person who sleeps 7 to 8 hours. He sleeps around 11 or 12 at night. And he wakes up around 6 or 7 in the morning to get ready, to eat, and to go to school. So on Monday, let's say that from 7 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m., he has school. And of course, it's going to repeat throughout the week, Monday to Friday. And I said that he works 3 shifts a week. Let's say these shifts are Monday night from maybe 6 to 10 p.m., Wednesday nights from 6 to 10 p.m., and Saturday mornings from 9 to maybe 4. And of course, on the weekend, we all want to hang out, with our friends, with our family, etc., to relax, to see them, to laugh. So let's say that every Friday or Saturday night, we see our friends and our family. So from 6 to 11 p.m., Kevin is out hanging out with his friends, etc. And of course, Kevin, since he's going to school full time, he needs to study. So during the week, he needs to study really hard because he has quizzes and exams. So let's say Tuesday nights, he studies all night. And Monday maybe for about an hour or 30 minutes, And Thursday nights he studies all night. And let's say Sunday night he studies as well for maybe a quiz on Monday or something. So let's say from 6 to 10 p.m. And during the night, every single day, Kevin either eats or sleep early. So here 11 p.m. already done. So here 11 p.m., 11 p.m., and 11 p.m. So now we can see that his only free time is Saturday morning from 7 to maybe 8:30 or 8, and Sunday mornings until 4 or 5. And let's say that Kevin is taking care of his health by going to the gym, maybe 3 to 4 times a day. So either during the week, after school, or before work, or after work, or Saturday after work, or right before he hangs out. But let's say that Sunday he has all his day freed up, and it's only at night that he studies. So let's say that Saturday morning, early morning, Kevin sleeps because maybe Friday night he hangs out late and he just wants to sleep in. So that leaves us just Sunday. Let's say that Kevin wakes up early, maybe 7 to 8 a.m. By the time he gets up, eat breakfast and everything, let's say he finishes everything by 10 a.m. So his only free time during the week is on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., let's say. And that's 6 hours of free time. But what I want to focus on is really giving Kevin maybe 3 hours a week to work on himself, either making money, either having a personal hobby, either working on a personal project. I'm just gonna give Kevin 3 hours a week to work on himself, to improve himself in any way. So let's say this period of time of working on himself, of focus on himself, is from 11 to 3 p.m. on Sundays. And let's highlight that. So 11 a.m., 3 p.m. So guys, we can see that Kevin is a young student. He lives with his family. He has a part-time job. He works 3 shifts at night, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday morning. He goes to school every single day from around 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. He needs to study every day, of course. He wants to hang out Friday and Saturday night. But if Kevin was really motivated, really disciplined, he would have 3 hours a week to work on anything he wants. And that's on Sundays, right before his studying, after he wakes up, after he has breakfast, etc. And we all know that nowadays students between 18 and 22 years old, they just go to school, come back home, eat, study. Sometimes they work three times a week. And on the weekend, they just want to chill. They want to go out with friends, hang out, laugh, eat, enjoy their time, not focusing about school or problems and any of that. But every single young student, he must have at least 3 hours to himself during the week. And this was just an example to show you guys that an average student who goes to school, who works part-time, who lives at home with his family, he can easily free up 3 hours a week, just 3 hours, to work on himself, to develop his mindset, to read a book, to work on a personal project, to find a way to make money, to just nurture his brain 3 hours a week. And that shows that if we actually just put in some effort of freeing up 3 hours a week, we can improve ourselves, we can set goals, we can develop new habits. This is 3 hours of your week of becoming a new identity. Now let's go to example number 2. Let's say example number 2 is an adult who just graduated, between 23 to 26 years old, and he's working full-time, a 9 to 5. And maybe his name is Chris. So a 9 to 5 is from Monday to Friday. So 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day he's at work. And the same applies here. Let's say he's a regular person and he sleeps for about 7 to 8 hours. So he sleeps maybe at 11 or 12 at night and he wakes up early at 7 or 8 a.m. So after work, he doesn't have any school, but let's say he's a motivated adult who goes to the gym after work. So from 6 to 8 p.m. he's at the gym, Monday to Friday. And when he comes back home, he just want to sleep, he just want to rest because the next day he has work. So Monday night, he's at home, relaxing, watching Netflix and everything. Tuesday night, the same thing. Let's skip Wednesday night because I'll explain to you guys after. Thursday night, he relaxes, he's at home. And Friday night, he goes out with his friends, enjoys his time and everything. Saturday, he doesn't have work, he doesn't have school. Even on Sundays. But let's say Saturday night, he has family gathering. He hangs out with his friends again. So let's say from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. he's busy. So I skipped Wednesday because I don't want Chris to just come back home every single day after work, after gym, and just sit on his couch, relaxing, watching Netflix, playing on his phone. That's why I freed up his Wednesday night. His Wednesday night, he can only work on himself for maybe 2 hours, from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. or 8:30 to 10:30. And Saturday morning, He's tired because of the night before. He was out with his friends, with his family. So let's say he sleeps late and he wakes up at maybe 9 a.m. So by the time he gets up, he eats and he does his morning routine. Let's say that from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., Chris is at home, like eating, waking up, and everything. So this leaves us with 3 hours on Saturday. And on Sunday, the same thing. From 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., he's at home, relaxing, eating. And let's say that he needs to help around the house. He needs to clean his room or something. So from 12 p.m. to let's say 5 p.m., he's doing some chores. But that leaves us a 5 hour on Sunday night. 5 hours of nothing. Legit. Because what? He's gonna go out again with his friends? He went out Friday and Saturday. He went to the gym 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. He doesn't have school. He doesn't need to study. He doesn't have any work. So I would suggest Chris that he spends at least 3 hours on Sunday night working on himself. Again, so that's 3 hours here and 3 hours on Saturday. Even on Wednesday here, 2 hours. So 3, and 2, that's 8 hours every single week for Chris to work on himself. Let's write it here, 8 hours. So if you're watching this video and you just saw the example I made about a young adult who's working full-time, 9 to 5, between 23 and 26 years old, we can see that he's busy with work, 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday. He goes to the gym after work, so that's a good 2 hours of improving physically. And on the weekend, he just want to go out with his friends. He has chores at home and he just want to relax because during the week he works so hard and everything. But I just showed you guys that if this person right here was actually serious in his life, he would set aside 8 hours of his time working on himself. 8 hours, 2 hours on Wednesday night, 3 hours during the day on Saturday, and 3 hours on Sunday night. That's 8 hours of improving on himself. Just like the example before, he can develop a new skill. He can develop a new hobby. He can find a way to make side money. Because I know a lot of people that they go to work from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, but sometimes they don't like their work. That's why sometimes we gotta find a new interest, a new way of doing what we love, but also making money at the same time. But the only way that's gonna happen is in here. If we actually free up 8 hours of our week to work on ourselves, to improve on ourselves, to change ourselves, to get closer to God, this could actually benefit us. And stop saying that you don't have time, because we all do. We all have 24 hours a day. The reason why a lot of people have a lot of success is because they knew how to manage their time. They knew when to work on themselves when they were 23, 24, 25. They knew that sometimes we had to make sacrifices to improve on ourselves, so in the future we would be proud of ourselves. So now, the last example, let's say that example 3, he's a married adult working full-time between 26 to 30 years old. And his name is Bob. So let's say Bob, he works full-time from Monday to Friday, like the last example, and he sleeps 7 to 8 hours. He sleeps early because of his kids, his family, his wife, and he has to wake up early. So from 7 to 5 p.m., he's busy every single day because he either works at home or in person. And for this example, let's say that Sunday, he's busy all day because usually, like, what do people do on Sundays? They just stay home, they relax with their wife, with their husband, and they sometimes clean the house. And after that, they just stay home and plan out the next week. So Sundays is out. Bob doesn't have any time on Sundays. Saturday, let's say that Saturday from 5 to 11 p.m., he's busy with his family, going out, to his, grandmother's house. And Friday also, Maybe he has a night out with his wife. So what does Bob do from Monday to Thursday on nights? Well, he has to be home around 9 p.m. for his wife. And let's say after work, Bob, he's really athletic, so he goes to the gym. So now from Monday to Thursday, he doesn't have any time for himself because he has work, then he goes to the gym, then he comes back home, eat, and spend some time with his wife. And repeat for 4 days. So this right here, that's 4 out of 7 days of Bob not having some free time to himself. Even on Friday, because he works all day, and at night, he goes out with his wife or anything. Now, only Saturday that's free. We can see that only here there's free time for Bob. But in the morning, he spends some time with his wife. I don't know, like having breakfast and everything. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Bob has 4 hours on Saturday evening. 4 hours that he can do literally anything he wants. So for this example, Bob, he has 4 hours. And I know sometimes when we get married, not sometimes actually, always, when someone gets married, his time decreases because not only he's working full time, he has daily habits like going to the gym, etc. But now he has a wife. He needs to take care of his wife and maybe kids. And I just showed you guys the example here that this persona is busy 6 days out of 7. 6 days out of 7, he's with his family, he's at work, he's at the gym, he's with his wife. But there's one day that he has 4 hours of free time. 4 hours. And I know people are going to say that, oh man, but maybe these 4 hours he just want to relax, he just want to sleep. But like I said before, we need to make some sacrifices in our life. Because the reason we're sometimes not happy with our life is because of us. It's not because of our surroundings. It's because of our daily habits. It's because of our mindset. We just want to do all the easy things in life. We don't want to work hard for what we want. And that's called discipline. Discipline is doing the hard things, doing the things that you hate, but these are the best things that are benefiting you. It's easy to sleep in. It's easy to skip gym and eat. It's easy to stay home and watch Netflix, but it's hard to go to the gym. It's hard working on yourself. It's hard changing yourself. It's hard nurturing your brain. It's hard to read a book because you get bored after a while. But if you want to change your life, this is the way. The only way you're going to change your life is working on yourself, improving yourself. And the only way you can improve yourself is by freeing up some time during your week. By any means, by any way possible. You need to schedule your week. Every single Sunday night or Sunday morning, make a plan for the following week. This is how you free up your time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, don't forget to like, follow, and share. And I'll see you next week on The Faithful Path. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وانتشت روحي وصار الدمع يجري